If your name is Allmendinger or Hill, congratulations, you have one more week of relaxation ahead of you. Your tickets have already been punched to the Final Four at Phoenix. However, for 6 playoff drivers, they have 250 laps of unknown chaos. We've seen in years past that drivers in the Xfinity Series will do anything to win at one of NASCAR's most historic tracks, and most importantly, to have a shot at racing for a championship next Saturday. Welcome to the final race of the round of 8 in the NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs of 2024. It's the National Debt Relief 250, live from the Martinsville Speedway in Ridgeway, Virginia. An absolute gorgeous, cool night here it will be at Martinsville Speedway. Temperature going to be in the low 60s, high 70s with a 5% chance of rain. North wind, 5-mile-an-hour wind through the racetrack. Gusts of wind can get up to as high as 7 miles an hour, but it will be a gorgeous late afternoon, early evening night of racing for the Xfinity Series here at Martinsville. Welcome back to episode of MDK RaceDay. My name is Jett. Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday to your day. Let's get you up to speed with everything you need to know for today's 250 lap race for the NASCAR Xfinity Series, the penultimate race of the season. One more shot for 6 playoff drivers to contend for a title at Phoenix. Now, last Saturday at Homestead Miami Speedway, it was Austin Hill and his dominating win that earned him a spot to the championship four. Him and AJ Allmendinger, like I mentioned, are the only 2 drivers that know they will be contending for a title next Saturday. Justin Allgaier plus 35 and Cole Custer, a good gap at plus 28. They hold the final 2 spots. Chandler Smith, the first one out and possibly his final shot at contending for Xfinity Series title in his career. That is minus 28. Rookie Jesse Love minus 35. Sam Mayer minus 47. And his teammate Sammy Smith, he is way below the cut line, more than 60 points below the cut line. Because of that, the only way he can advance into the championship four is by winning here at Martinsville. Qualifying took place Friday afternoon, and it was Parker Retzlaff for his second career Xfinity Series pole, both happening in 2024. His first pole came back in March at Richmond, completing it with a speed of 95.075 miles per hour. Now here's a look at the starting lineup for the 2024 National Debt Relief 250 from the Martinsville Speedway. Starting alongside Parker Retzlaff is Anthony Alfredo. How about that for a row 1? Absolutely incredible. Row 2, playoff contenders Chandler Smith and Jesse Love. Row 3 has Justin Allgaier and Austin Hill. We know he's advancing into the championship four, so he is going to be resting quite easily in this race compared to last year. Row 4 has Sammy Smith and Sheldon Creed. Round out the top 10 is Eric Almirola and Cole Custer in the 00 car. And the lowest drivers that are in the playoffs is back in row 6, AJ Allmendinger and Sam Mayer in the 1 car. Row 7 has Riley Herbst and Brandon Jones. Row 8 is William Sawalich, and alongside him is Matt DiMenedetto in the 38 car, who was fast in practice. Row 9 has the return of Bubba Pollard, who raced back at Richmond earlier this year in March, starting alongside Parker Kligerman in the 48 ride. And right at the top 20 is Brennan Poole and Shane Van Gisbergen. Row 11, Jeb Burton and Myatt Snyder. Row 12 is Josh Williams and Blaine Perkins. Row 13 is Leyland Honeyman and Ryan Ellis. Kyle Sieg and Dawson Cram, row 14. And right out the top 30 is Jeremy Clements and Garrett Smithley. Here's a look at the final 4 rows. Dylan Lupton, Preston Parsons, Carson Ware, and Logan Bearden. Patrick Emmerling and Mason Maggio. And rounding out the 38 car field is Greg Van Alst and Ryan Sieg. So what can we expect at Martinsville? Well, I know what you can expect, and that is chaos. We've seen from the last 2 Xfinity Series races have ended in controversy. Last year was teammates Austin Hill and Sheldon Creed nearly taking themselves out of contention, allowing Justin Allgaier to slide by and steal the win. The year prior, Ty Gibbs dumping his teammate Brandon Jones when he was already locked into the championship four. And based on what we saw yesterday night in the Truck Series between Taylor Gray and Christian Eckes, I will not be surprised at all if we expect the chaos and tempers flaring to continue tonight for the Xfinity Series. Now, to be honest with you, when you look at the playoff grid, I honestly believe that every driver below the cut line, so Smith, Love, Mayer, and of course Sammy Smith, the other Smith in this playoff grid, they all got to win. Even though Chandler Smith is minus 28, I feel like that's going to be very tough for him to gain because Cole Custer, he has been really good this season, and I don't see Chandler Smith outpointing Cole Custer unless Cole Custer has something major happen to his car, or also Justin Allgaier. Justin Allgaier is not that far behind, only 7 points ahead of Cole Custer. So unless the 7 and the 00 have issues, I can't see Chandler Smith making it up on points. Now, Jesse Love starting out pretty good. He was fastest in practice, followed by Cole Custer, who was 4th fastest in practice. They're the only playoff drivers that were in the top 10. And Cole Custer was fastest in the 10-lap average. And we have seen, at least with the Xfinity Series, it can get into that long green flag runs, but then late in the race, we start to see those cautions, pre-cautions type of scenario where there are just yellows popping out left, right, and center. So I can't say how this race is going to play out based on what we've seen history-wise. I mean, the last 4, since the NASCAR Xfinity Series have returned to Martinsville, the last 4 fall races have all been won by playoff drivers. 3 of those 4 have been drivers that needed to win or use that win to advance. Ty Gibbs was the only one that won at Martinsville in the fall that was already locked in. So history-wise, it tells us that more than likely we could see a playoff driver that's not locked in win a race or win at Martinsville. The question is will that come from below the cutoff line? Like I said, Jesse Love was fastest in practice, starting up front inside the top 10, so he's starting out really, really well. But then you also got to look at Justin Allgaier starting in 5th place, the defending winner of this racetrack after Hill and Creed tried to kill each other. So the way how this race is playing out, I really have no idea how this is going to take place. I can't really put a finger on it. I can't see Allmendinger winning. I don't see Austin Hill, even though he had a shot last year. I really don't know. It's evenly stacked. But then you also look at the non-playoff drivers in this situation. I mean, Parker Retzlaff qualifying on pole. Anthony Alfredo starting in 2nd place. It'll be interesting to see if they can stay up there. But I also look at Eric Almirola fighting for the owner's points, so he's still technically in the mix, starting in the 9th position. Sheldon Creed, fast in practice, starting in the 8th position. You know desperately he wants to have a win, wants to end the 2nd place winless streak. Just he wants to have a win so badly, so you know that he's going to do whatever he can to win, especially the fact that he's not in the playoffs, so he has really nothing to lose. And look at maybe some surprise drivers like Brandon Jones, who had a shot at winning last year, maybe Bubba Pollard, who had a strong running at Richmond back in March. He can be a factor to maybe at the very least get a top 10 finish, I think. But this is going to be a very exciting race. I'm very curious to see how this all takes place here tonight because I genuinely have no idea how it's going to play out. But the driver that I do have winning, in my eyes, I do have Justin Allgaier going back to back. Now, his stats during practice aren't the best. He is qualifying in the 5th position. Him being a former winner here, I feel like as though that even though he is 35 points above the cut line, I feel like Justin Allgaier will be able to win his way to ensure a lock into the championship for at Phoenix by winning at Martinsville. But you could also make a case for other drivers in the mix, like Austin Hill, with him being how good he ran at Miami, how good he was last year at Martinsville. You can make a case for him. Chandler Smith, he has won multiple times at Richmond, good on the short track, so you can make a case for him. Honestly, it's open season, I think, for any of the playoff drivers to have a shot at winning this race. So like I said, I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know fireworks are going to fly here today. I have a strong feeling someone's going to get mad at somebody. Don't know who, but someone's going to get mad at somebody. But anyways, that's going to conclude this episode of MDK Race Day. Let me know in the comment section down below, who do you think is going to win? As always, check back here Saturday night following the Xfinity Series, recapping everything that happened in the final race of the round of 8. But until next time, my name is Jett from MDK. Thank you so much for watching. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the NASCAR Xfinity Series racing from Martinsville.